Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. Now we go to next topic, questionable exercise and safe alternative. Next slide. This is the safe exercise guideline. What you should do, what you should not do. Number one is avoid ballistic stretching ligaments and joint capsules. Number two is do not hyperflex, extend the neck. Number three is avoid compression on the fourth disc. And next is do stretch the chest, hip, calf, hamstring, lower back, and thigh rotator muscle. Next is do strengthen the abdominal, shoulder, lower back, lateral hips, and shin muscle. Next is avoid fast, forcefully flexion on the spine. Do not hyperextend the lower back except when prescribed. Next is avoid simultaneous flexion on the hip and rotation. Twist of the spine. And do not twist or bend knee laterally to the left or to the right. Do not hyperflex, extend the knee. Okay, when we talk about safe exercise guideline, what you must focus is, please know, apa yang dia cakap, do not. Apa yang dia cakap, do. Nampak tak? Ada yang do, ada banyak yang do not. So, bila do not, jangan buat. Bila do, buat. Do not get confused with this point. Some of them letak do not stretch chest. Jadi, salah. So, supposed to be do stretch chest, hip, calf, hamstring, lower back, and tight rotator muscle. Next slide. Now we go one by one of the exercise. Number one is the windmill. What they do is like this. Okay, for the windmill exercise, the violation of body mechanics is simultaneously rotation and flexion or extension of the lower back contraindicates because the shape of the facet joint in the lumbar region. This movement violates normal joint mechanics, place tremendous torsional stress on the joint capsule. And the safe alternative is back saver, sit and reach, cross leg sit and reach, and the last one is seated leg sit and reach. Here are the safe alternatives for the windmill exercise. Back saver, sit and reach, cross leg sit and reach, and the last one is seated leg sit and reach. Next exercise is neck circling, and the violation of body mechanics for neck circling is require neck hyperextend. When you go back like this, it become hyperextend. Your neck hyperextend when you go back like this. And number two is pinch arteries and nerve in the neck and at the base of skull. And the last one is grinding down the disc. And the safe alternative is head clock. Okay, here are the safe alternative, which is head clock. Apa yang awak tengok sini, nampak tak? Dia tak ada pun ke belakang. Tapi kita selalu buat ke belakang. Sebenarnya tak boleh. Sebab kita tak rasa sakit adalah kita dah terbiasa buat macam tu. Sebenarnya for long term, jangka masa panjang, akan tak elok for your spine, for your disc, for your back. Next exercise is straight leg sit up, questionable exercise. Okay, for straight leg sit up, the violation of body mechanics is straight leg sit up can displace the fifth lumbar vertebra. It bend knee sit up produce greater compression on the lumbar. Placing hand behind the neck or head can result in hyperflexion of the neck, and the safe alternative for this questionable exercise is crunches or curl up. Okay, next questionable sit up is anchor sit up. When we talk about anchor, kita tahan kaki orang tu, dia buat sit up. That is anchor sit up. That is questionable exercise. Okay, the violation of body mechanics is increase the movement of fifth vertebra over the sacral vertebra, Next point is maximize the activation of the hip flexor. Dia fokus kepada hip sahaja, bukannya abs. Kita sebenarnya nak train abs, tapi lebih kena hips. Next is decrease the activation of external and external oblique and transverse abdominal. And the last point here is minimize abdominal muscle activation of the lower and upper rectus abdominal relative to this compression. And the safe alternative is crunches and curl up also. Ya, the example crunches yang selalu kita buat tu crunches. When we do crunches, kita just naik sikit saja. Bila your back naik sikit saja. Berbeza dengan sit up ah. Kalau sit up full, kita naik full. But when we talk about crunches, dia naik sikit saja. Okay, next questionable exercise is shin and quadricep stretch. Okay, for shin and quadricep stretch, the violation of body mechanics is this exercise can cause excessive hyperflexion of the knees. When the knees is hyperflexed to 120 degrees or more, the ligaments and capsule are overstretched. And the last one is rectus femoris muscle is not stretches because it covers the hip. And the safe alternative is hip and thigh stretch. Okay, here are the safe alternative hip and thigh stretcher. Okay, next is questionable exercise is deep squatting. Deep squat. When you do full squat, deep squat. Violation of body mechanics is place knee joint hyperflexion. Your knee will be hyperflexed. Tend to wedge it open, stretching the ligaments. Causes greater stress if foot are not in straight alignment with the knee. And the safe alternative is lunges and half squat. And here are the safe alternative, which is lunges and half squat. When you do lunges, please make sure this is 90 degree and this one also 90 degree. Kaki belakang awak 90 degree, kaki depan awak pun 90 degree. And when you do squat, make sure your knee not over your toe and your back must be locked, your chest up. Okay. Okay, that is end of our slide. Okay, bila kita cakap pasal questionable exercise ni, banyak yang cakap kenapa dia ni buat, kenapa dia ni buat. Sebenarnya questionable exercise ni is focus on sedentary people. Some of the athlete, dia memang kan buat questionable exercise sebab sukan dia memerlukan those kind of exercise. Okay, macam gymnast, mesti dia akan split, mesti dia akan buat hyperflex sebab dia athlete gymnast. Okay. If you have any question, you may ask me, can PM me, can DM me, can chat me directly. I think that's all for this slide. Thank you.